Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Erin McGuire, Women's Empowerment Coach and Healer, here to inspire you to step into your power in your business and your life. Subscribe to this channel. I give inspiring videos every week on Tuesdays, the new ones come out, and hit the bell if you like this video. So today I wanted to share about what I see a lot and what I've experienced with this belief of not being good enough, which I believe runs rampant in our society, and I have a lot of reasons for that, but that's another video. I'll leave a link below if you want to watch that. And I just want to play out some scenarios with you of what that looks like. Okay, so recently we had someone in our yoga teacher training, and when she got up to, so she's learning to become a yoga teacher, and when she got up to teach, she just kind of shrunk down. She was reading a meditation or like a poem or something, and her voice just kind of trickled off like this. And then it would get louder and she'd read, and then it would trickle off like this. And it would be really quiet so that people couldn't hear her. And she has so much confidence and power within her. So I had to remind her about that. So that's one thing I see. It's just like this, and that's from patterning. It's from years of holding certain beliefs, like I'm not good enough. Years of experiencing bullying, maybe in school. I don't know her whole story. Years of experiencing issues with her parents, or, you know, maybe them yelling at her, maybe them not, or being emotionally unavailable, so she didn't really feel worthy of their attention and love. Maybe her parents didn't really know how to give unconditional love, which is most parents. If we're adults now, most of our parents didn't know how to give unconditional love. And so it just starts to strip away the self-confidence and the self-esteem, especially of women. And so I know I used to sit like this a lot and just kind of not be fully present for people. And this position of my shoulders rounding forward, in a way, it's a protection of my heart. So it's how I protect, or I'm unconsciously, if I'm sitting like this, I'm unconsciously trying to protect my heart so I don't get hurt. And so, you know, you feel completely different. I mean, everybody just try this right now. If you're watching this video, just sink down and sit like that for a moment and let your head kind of come down. And then sit up tall and with a proud chest. I liked this teacher once. He said, pretend you're wearing a diamond necklace and you want to show it off. And I love that. You know, it's just like radiating from your heart center. It's a different energy. It's a different power that radiates from you. The other thing that I remember when I was living in a belief system of I'm not good enough is I used to ask everybody else for their opinion. Oh my gosh, what would you do about this? What would you say in this situation? Do you think I should go here? What should I do about this? What should I do about that? I'm asking everybody outside of me instead of going within where my power is. And so I'm going to get different answers from everybody, right? Because they're kind of going off of their experiences, their filter system, etc. Instead of what does my inner being, what is my higher self guiding me towards? And we don't find that by being busy, and we don't find that by asking everybody else outside of us or getting validation from other people. We find that by taking time to be quiet and go within. And it doesn't mean your mind has to shut off. Like, the mind might still go, but when I talk about getting quiet, I just mean closing your eyes and giving yourself some time, or journaling things out to get to the truth of who you really are. Busyness is a syndrome. That's a video for another day. Last thing I want to share that I see a lot for people that don't believe they're worthy, don't believe they're good enough, is this thing of like, well, I don't know. You know, it's like, do you want to sign up for that course? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if I can make that happen. Do you want to start the new business, or, you know, start the new health plan or whatever? It's like, I don't know. And that same kind of physicality happens where we round our shoulders and we go inward, because there's a part of us that does know, but we don't want to admit to it, or there's a part of us that is just too scared to take that next step, and there's a part of us that just doesn't feel worthy to do it, right? So we stay in the I don't know because it's easier. It's easier to just not make a decision than it is to take a risk and make a decision. And when you're empowered, you make decisions, even with the risk that you could fail, because you know staying stuck is not an option. But when we're feeling disempowered, when we're feeling not good enough, we don't have that energy behind us to even make the decision. It's too scary to take the risk. I was working with a client recently, and she was stuck in this I don't know, and this message came through from the divine that, like, we can be addicted to the I don't know. We can get stuck in a pattern of I don't know, because that's what's coming out if we're in a place of not feeling good enough. Again, I don't know is safer. So we can stay there for months or years of our life and never make decisions and not follow our heart. That's the other thing. It's so much easier to live a life where you're not following your heart and your soul. That's why I always say, if it were easy to live your dream life, we'd all be doing it. But it's not. There's resistance, there's courage that it takes, there's decisions you're going to have to make, people that probably are going to be let go of in your life. For following our heart, it asks big things of us. And so it's so much easier to not do those things. And so if I can just keep saying I don't know, then I'm going to be able to stay in a more safe place, and it's disempowering. So my advice to you is to put on your motherfucking crown and connect to your higher self, because your higher self has all the answers, is so much more than you can even imagine, it's unlimited, it's beyond your imagination, the power that you have within you. Time to put on your crown and rise and make some hard decisions and do the thing anyway. And lastly, I just want to leave you the quick story of this crown. So my step-grandma, who I had kind of lost contact with, but I had grown up with since 7th grade, so she had been in my life. She turned, I think, 96 or 97, and they had a birthday party for her, which they forgot to invite me to. Story for another day. That's my family. They had a birthday party for her, and she wore this little crown. Well, she passed away a couple years ago now, and when I went back to the funeral, they gave me the crown. And it's just been sitting in my closet behind me, and one day I looked at it and I go, this is perfect. This is the way I want to help you through a visualization, physically doing something, changing my state, to see that you can put on your crown. You can live in yoga. Crown is our crown chakra, and it's our connection to all the divine. It's our connection to everything. It's where, we can get information. As I touch my crown, it's very warm right now because I'm opening myself up to be a channel to the divine, to allow this information to come through me to you. And so we can put our motherfucking crowns on. We can make that choice. If you have to go buy yourself a cheap little crown like this, I'm sure this was like a couple bucks, go do that and practice. What would you do? How would you be? How would you act if you had your crown on and you were living from that place versus this not good enough place? So I hope this video helped you today. Leave a comment below if you liked it. Share it with that friend of yours that needs to hear this message. And hit the bell if you like it. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope I see you again really soon.